Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again. My name is Nick, we're on the ZX Spectrum as per usual, 48k this time. We're looking at a game called Dangerous Garden. No, don't get too excited, what a name. Published by CV Software in 1988, which I think they're based in the Czech Republic. This game's written by Václav Sinert, and it's a gardening sort of game, but we're in a garden and it's very, very dangerous. So here we are. Now, what character I'm controlling, we'll look at the lower bottom of the screen. There's a head going currently to the right, if you clocked it. To the left there's a timer ticking down, and you might have see on the top left, if you've got eagle eyes, there's a square there, a black square next to some brickwork. Now we must bump into that flashy star thing, which I'm slowly heading towards while avoiding all the garden enemies. See, I'm heading towards it, going left. As soon as I hit that, then the black square on the top left will disappear, and we have to walk through it and get to the next screen. Got it? Got it. So listen to a sound effect. Boom. There you go. So the square's disappeared. There's a B there you notice as well. If we get that, we'll get a points bonus score. But we must marry that up with not running out of time, ticking down on the bottom right. So I think you've got it, haven't you? Other gardening games available are Pedro, which was interesting, Advanced Lawnmower Simulator, which is a spoof, and by far the best, P-S-S-T-I Ultimate, where you control a bug, a robot destroying bugs so your flower can grow. Now this game doesn't move at a million miles an hour. I'm sure you haven't heard of it. I've got no cassette artwork for this one, so I don't know how widely it was commercially available. But if you like controlling a head through a dangerous garden, which I'm sure you do, then this one is for you. Let's see how far I can get. I'm going to get off the first screen, so hooray for me. You got to know your timings. You know, I'm not sure how many lives you got on this one, but you can only bash into things a number of times. Sometimes the controls are a bit iffy getting around stuff. Right, so screen 2. Same thing again. There's this black square this time up the top right, and you can see the flashy thing a little bit into the middle, slightly right, and there's an enemy going up and down, guarding it. So we need to time this to perfection, which I'm sure we will. So, you know, it was never in the arcades, this. It's not the most exciting game in the world, but it's an example of basic programming, so a big hooray, hooray! No undulation in this, no VR option. Just keep getting the flashy spidery thing to open the door to the next one. Don't run out of time, right? Right. So it's quite addictive, but basic as it is. It's a little bit confusing, but the instructions I've got aren't in English. It took me a while to work out how to do this, but now I've cracked it. Not sure how many other reviews there are on YouTube about Dangerous Garden, so here is one anyway. Hooray! Great, right, so I've got round that thing as I control my head through here. I don't know how they come up with the ideas. I suppose another gardening game, sort of, to a small degree, is Wriggler, where you control a worm initially through some gardens, then you go through some caves. So have a look at that as well. So Pedro, Advanced Lawnmower Simulator, Pust, and Wriggler. Hurrah! How does this one stand up to those? Well, it feels a bit like a game you'd type in. I'd be quite impressed if this game came up once I did type it in, but I wouldn't have paid any serious money for it, right? So the square is open, as we see. We've got bonus points. We've got 27 seconds left. We're going to clear this and get to screen 3. Now, I think if you get all the way around, which I haven't done, it goes back to screen 1 again with more obstacles. To a degree, the flashy gate unlocking thing is randomed, but it's pretty much close to its position each time. Right, 2 things to get past here. All about the timings. Don't waste too much time. Sometimes if you go for the bonus points, it will cost you time and you'll run out, so that's pretty exciting as well. It's got no modern day HD remakes so far. So if you're watching people that do PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 when it comes out and other stuff, the Switch, then look at this. I'm sure it'll be a huge, huge seller. As a kid, when I played this quite a bit, well, I hate to say it, but I think I would have done. It's very calming, it's very basic, it's not going to set the world alight, but, you know, it's quite easy what you need to do, and I would have found it strangely addictive, though having said that, it's not the greatest game in the world, is it? CV Software, 1988. So not 1983 or 1984 or anything. It's 1988, where programming should have been a bit better. It's aged absolutely terribly, but something in my brain, the nostalgia part, looking for simpler times, is quite liking it. I don't know why. You probably hate it, but you won't know until you play it. So if you've got the actual, well, I think you're going to have to emulate this. I don't think you're going to be able to find a physical copy. So if you want to emulate it, then look for Dangerous Garden. There's a few games with a similar name, but this is Dangerous Garden, singular, 1988, right? Let's get out of here. Oh, look at that. See, that's what happens. Sometimes if you don't do it perfectly, and we're going to run out of time, I think. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah, I'm not going to get there. I'm about... Oh, no. So you've got to do the whole thing again. Right, let's not mess about this time. I was about 2 seconds short, wasn't I? But anyway, let's do this thing. It's a sort of game I think you probably complete on your first or second go. Then I suppose that the excitement might be gone ever so slightly. But it wastes a bit of time. If you're waiting for something to cook or something in the microwave, this would be a perfect, oh man, time eater. Diddly-dee. That reminds me of a game called Plunder, that sound effect. Check that out if you haven't already. Plunder Revisited. Check out that review. It's a game where it's in Tudor times, and you must represent Queen Elizabeth I and stop the Spanish Armada, stop their supply of gold. That's quite cool, that game, actually. It's a lot more cooler than this game. But yeah, this is as basic as they come. I'm not sure they could have really got away with it in 1988. But it sounds to me this is a lone person working on their own Vaclav Sinat, and maybe it wasn't supposed to be for release, because if I programmed this myself I would have been quite pleased with it, but I wouldn't have expected anyone years later to be reviewing it on YouTube. So I have to bear that in mind, really. It's not the most advanced game in the world, but in terms of one person on their own, possibly in their bedroom, doing it in their free time, well done you. I'm glad you've done it, because it is kind of unique. Right, okay, there's some cool enemies, I suppose, there. Some sort of octopus thing going up and down, is there? Right, so where's the black square? Can't immediately see it, but I can see the little flashy thing I need to get. Do 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 do. Where is the square anyway? Oh, you need to go into this thing twice, right? Go. Oh, there it is. It's in the top right there, next to those blue traffic cones. It's going to be a bit hard to get past this thing. This is wasting a bit of time here. We'll get these points anyway. Look at my points go up. Are they going to go up? No, I thought that was a pointy thing. That's just an obstacle. Curses. So that's wasted us quite a lot of time. We've still got 73 seconds though. That should be enough. Well, say seconds, whatever increment of time that is. So it should be enough to get up the top. What are you thinking of this game so far? If indeed you're still looking at the video. Are you bored stiff, or do you think this is a game worth checking out with your retro feelers? If you're under the age of 30, you might wonder, why did anyone ever play this? I'm wondering it a little bit, but anyway. It's retro history. Computing had to start somewhere. Although, by the time this came out, it had already been going quite a few years. 88, yeah. Would have been more successful as an 84 release, I think. But it's got a bit of charm. It's a curio, and I'm glad these sort of games exist. You get various odd ones. I think it's this sort of era where anyone can sort of code a game in their bedroom if they can come up with an idea. I just needed to put the time in, really, and you know, it's a different era, an era, unfortunately, that was never going to happen again. But you know, it goes to amateur to professional, and you get a more varied amount of games in that sort of era. Now I'm hiding in this like cubby hole, so when this thing goes past me, I should be able to jump out. Time is getting a bit low though, 20 seconds. I think we'll still be okay. Right, let's go for it. Oh man, I bashed into the enemy. Right, go. Oh no. That's no good. Oh, right, maybe I need to go to the left and then down again. So that's, you see, sometimes you need to beat this program in its own game, and I think that thing has cost me 6 seconds. Oh no, I'm not going to do it again, am I? I'm going to be about 2 seconds short. Right, so I think, right, if we have another life, I think we're going to get there. Yeah, here we go again. We start all over again. Gardening, eh? Gardening is pretty dangerous. It's more than one garden. It's a very dangerous multi-selection of gardens. What is this thing? Maybe I need some like bug spray or weed killer. It's got no gun, this crazy severed head thing. Whether he's a gardener, I do not know. If it was Horace, I'd probably like it even more. Horace and the Dangerous Garden. That'd be quite cool. Yeah, but you get some odd control things sometimes. It doesn't let you get where you're supposed to be getting to. Dibby dibby dib. Right, okay, so the gateway is open. The gateway, it sounded like a line then in Event Horizon, which is quite a scary film. There's no Event Horizon Spectrum game. That would work really well actually on a modern day system. Right, so we need to get up here. We need to get in that sort of like cubby hole next to that bush. Next to the brickwork before we go down, otherwise the programming won't let us do anything. Right, we've got plenty of time now. So this enemy can come across, whoever that is. It's quite indistinct. Maybe it's a mutant ant of doom. I don't know what that is. It's not very distinct at all. But anyway, it's an enemy, and that's all we need to know in this garden of doom. Oh, didn't have a sequel this game as far as I'm aware. If it did, it certainly didn't see the light of day. I don't think. Oh, you need to give these enemy at least one space. Right, there we go. Move, move. Up in the cubby hole next to the brickwork. That's fine. So, enemy come across, go past me. I jump out into the grassy pathway, and I can go round and get to the next screen, and everyone can shout hooray. Get ready to shout hooray, if indeed that does happen. But we've got plenty of time this time. 25, 24, 23. Give him some space. Right, down. Down. Why isn't it going down? Come on, let me go down. Oh, no. Right, okay, go. That wasted a bit of time. And we're short of time again, but I think we're just going to be just about okay. You're getting excited, aren't you? I can tell. You're going to get excited about what screen we're going to see next. It might be the end of the game. I don't know. Yeah, see, no, that isn't the end of the game, is it? It's different to before. Right, let's move. This is going to be close. We got out of the way there just in time. Excellent stuff. So you've got to keep your wits about you on this one. You see the flashy cyan yellow thing. It's slightly to the, well, round this bush and then to the left. And then the gateway's along that yellow picket fence up the top there, which I'm sure you've clocked because it's all yellow. And then there's a black squarey bit. That's what we need to aim towards. Don't know. There's a face there not looking very happy. Maybe they're not very impressed with my review. We won't bump into that thing. It might very well be an extra life. But if it's unhappy, that's something we need to avoid. How are we doing for time? Still looking okay. 47 seconds. Give that thing some space. Right, move across. Boop. Boop. Yeah. So you certainly won't get any speed blur on this game as it moves at a poodling pace. I do like that sound effect. I'm a sucker for zxspectrum retro sound effects. I love them. Give a nice warm feeling there. Not sure about the tick-tocking as he's moving along, or the time ticking down. Up. Get around this thing. So this is a fairly easy garden, this one. Boof. So this is starting to turn into a walkthrough, isn't it? Which I say I don't do. And if I get through on my first go, or well, this is my second go in this instance, that means the game is ridiculously easy. And I think this is, yeah, I think we're back to stage 1 again. It looks ever so slightly different, but it is stage 1. So I think we'll leave that one there. You have seen enough. That's probably the whole game. It goes round and round in circles. I think, bad as this is, I think it's worth tracking down. It's a nice curio and get a nice Spectrum buzz off it. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Dangerous Garden, published by CV Software in 1988. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. Or any amazing gardening tips, let's throw that in as well. So till next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.